Have you ever wondered what it is about you that makes a certain man see you differently from everyone else? Maybe you have questioned whether he notices the little things about you. Maybe you wonder if he sees beyond your appearance, your smile, or the way you present yourself to the world. Today, this reading brings a beautiful message about what truly makes you unforgettable in his eyes. Because what attracts him most may not be something you can see in a mirror. It may be something much deeper, your authenticity. There is something about you that feels real to him. In a world where so many people carefully choose how they appear, you have a quality that cannot easily be imitated. You are capable of being yourself. You do not always need to perform. You do not need to pretend that everything is perfect, and that sincerity is one of the qualities he notices most. When he looks at you, he may notice your smile first. He may notice your eyes. He may notice the way you carry yourself. But the longer he observes you, the more he realizes that your beauty is connected to something much deeper. It is your energy. It is the feeling people experience when they are around you. There is a quiet warmth about you that does not demand attention, yet somehow receives it. You can walk into a room without trying to become the center of attention and still leave an impression. That is because your presence speaks before your words do. There is something genuine in the way you respond to people, the way you listen, the way you laugh, the way you become interested when someone shares something meaningful with you. These little details may seem ordinary to you, but they can be incredibly powerful to someone who is paying attention. And he is paying attention. The cards suggest that one of the biggest things he admires is the combination of softness and strength within you. You are not simply gentle, you are strong, and you are not simply strong. You still have the ability to be tender. That combination is rare. You can care deeply about someone without completely losing yourself in them. You can offer support without becoming dependent on their approval. You can love someone while still knowing who you are. And this is something he may respect more than you realize. There is a difference between being independent because you do not need anyone and being independent because you know your own value. Your independence comes from within. You have your own thoughts, your own dreams, your own interests, your own way of seeing the world. You can enjoy someone's presence without needing them to complete you. And that creates a powerful kind of attraction. Because when a person realizes that you are choosing them rather than needing them, your affection becomes more meaningful. He may sense that your happiness does not completely depend on what he does. You have the ability to create happiness within your own life, and that can make him want to become part of your world rather than feel responsible for creating your entire world. There is another quality he notices, your curiosity about life. You do not simply exist from one day to another. You notice things, you experience things. You become interested in people, places, conversations, ideas, and emotions. You can find beauty in moments that other people might completely overlook. A simple conversation can mean something to you. A quiet evening can feel special. A walk can become a memory. A small gesture can stay in your heart. This ability to appreciate ordinary moments gives your presence a different kind of warmth. When you genuinely enjoy life, the people around you can feel it. Your energy becomes contagious. Your laughter feels more genuine. Your excitement feels natural. Even your silence can feel comfortable. And that is another thing that may set you apart. He may feel that he does not always have to entertain you. He does not always have to find something impressive to say. He can simply be there. And somehow, being together can feel peaceful. That kind of comfort is not always easy to find. There are relationships where people constantly feel like they have to prove themselves. They worry about saying the wrong thing. They worry about being judged. They worry about whether they are good enough. But with you, he may feel something different. He may feel that he can breathe. He may feel that he can relax. And when someone associates your presence with peace, your absence can become noticeable. This is why your energy may stay in his mind even when you are not around. It is not necessarily one specific feature that makes you memorable. It is the entire experience of being around you. Your voice, your expressions, your reactions, your warmth, your confidence, your way of listening, your ability to make someone feel seen. These details can create an emotional impression that lasts much longer than physical attraction alone. And there is something else the reading highlights. You have a way of making people feel important without making yourself smaller. That is a beautiful quality. You can listen to someone without agreeing with everything they say. You can support someone without taking responsibility for their entire life. You can care without sacrificing your identity. You can be compassionate while still maintaining boundaries. This balance is one of your greatest strengths. You may not even realize how rare it is. Some people give so much that they completely forget themselves. Others protect themselves so much that they never allow anyone close. But you have the potential to create a middle ground. You can open your heart while keeping your feet firmly on the ground, and he notices that. He may admire the fact that you have principles, you have things you believe in. There are lines you will not cross. There are behaviors you will not accept forever. And although he may not always say it, those boundaries can create respect. Because attraction without respect is temporary. But when attraction and respect come together, the connection can become much deeper. The cards also point toward your gratitude. You may notice small things that other people overlook. You appreciate effort. You remember details. You notice when someone is trying. You can make ordinary moments feel meaningful simply because you are fully present in them. Imagine someone having a conversation with you and realizing that you actually remember something they told you weeks ago. That can make them feel seen. Or imagine someone doing something small for you and realizing that you appreciated it more than they expected. Those moments create emotional memories. And sometimes, those memories become the things a person thinks about later. He may remember the way you looked at him when you were listening. He may remember your laughter. He may remember a simple conversation that seemed unimportant at the time. He may remember the peaceful feeling he experienced around you. These are the things that cannot be easily replaced. Because appearances can attract attention, but emotional experiences create attachment, and your ability to make moments feel meaningful may be one of the strongest things connecting him to you. There is also something beautiful about the fact that you do not have to become someone else to be special. You do not need to change your personality. You do not need to imitate another woman. You do not need to compete with anyone. You do not need to become more glamorous, more mysterious, or more perfect. Your greatest attraction is connected to your authenticity. The moment you stop trying to prove that you are enough is often the moment you become even more magnetic. Because confidence does not always look like being loud. Sometimes confidence looks like being comfortable with who you are. It looks like walking away from situations that no longer respect you. It looks like saying no without feeling guilty. It looks like loving deeply without abandoning yourself. It looks like choosing peace instead of unnecessary drama. And that kind of confidence can be incredibly attractive. Perhaps there have been moments when you wondered why he seems so drawn to you. Maybe you thought it was your appearance. Maybe you thought it was your personality. Maybe you thought it was simply chemistry. But the deeper message here is that he may be responding to the complete person you are. Your softness, your strength, your independence, your sincerity. Your curiosity, your gratitude, your emotional depth, your ability to enjoy life, your ability to remain yourself even when you care deeply about someone. That is what makes you difficult to forget. And if you have ever doubted yourself because someone did not recognize your value, remember this. One person's inability to appreciate you does not reduce your worth. Sometimes people only recognize what they had after they lose access to it. Sometimes people are distracted by what is loud and obvious and fail to notice what is quietly extraordinary. But your value does not depend on whether someone recognizes it immediately. You do not need constant validation to be extraordinary. You already possess qualities that make you unique. And the more comfortable you become with those qualities, the more naturally they shine. So today, instead of asking yourself, what does he see in me? Ask yourself something even more powerful. What do I see in myself? Do you see your resilience? Do you see the way you continue growing after difficult experiences? Do you see how deeply you care? Do you see how much you have learned? Do you see how much stronger you have become? Do you recognize the beauty in your own journey? Because the most attractive energy is not pretending to be perfect. It is being completely comfortable with your humanity. You have flaws, you have fears, you have moments of uncertainty, and you are still worthy. You can be soft and strong at the same time. You can have a sensitive heart and powerful boundaries. You can want love and still refuse to settle for less than respect. You can miss someone and still choose yourself. That is strength. And that is the quality that may truly set you apart in his eyes. So do not chase the idea of becoming unforgettable. Simply become more deeply yourself. Laugh when something makes you happy. Speak honestly. Protect your peace. Keep learning. Keep growing. Notice the beauty around you. Love people without abandoning yourself. And never forget that your uniqueness was never something you needed to earn. It was already there. Every time you show genuine kindness, it shines. Every time you stand up for yourself, it shines. Every time you follow your dreams, it shines. Every time you choose yourself after being disappointed, it shines. And if he truly sees you, he will notice that light. Not because you are trying to impress him, but because it is simply who you are. You are not memorable because you are perfect. You are memorable because you are real. You are not special because you compete with everyone else. You are special because there is only one person who carries your exact combination of experiences, emotions, strength, softness, and perspective. So wear your uniqueness with confidence. Do not shrink yourself to make someone comfortable. Do not change your personality to keep someone's attention. Do not hide your heart because someone failed to appreciate it. Keep becoming the woman you are proud to be, because the right person will not simply notice your appearance. They will notice your energy. They will notice your heart. They will notice your strength. They will notice the way you make ordinary moments feel extraordinary. And most importantly, they will understand that your greatest beauty was never something you could put on. It was something you carried within you all along. That is what sets you apart, and that is what makes you impossible to replace.